Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new and if you're not, come va? My name is filcofilms, and 1 month ago I made a video talking about really strange laws in Italy that they're still active. Some of them are active but not enforced, etc, etc. You guys loved that video. It got a crap ton of views in a very short amount of time, and some of you asked me if I could make a similar video about strange laws in the UK. Now about that, there's quite a few weird ones out there, and specifically it's weird because in the UK they're like limited to London. London has a lot of concentrated weird rules and laws that are still enforced. Like the latest one was enforced in 2009, which is crazy to me, and we'll go into that. Before we do, I just wanted to tell you guys that there's a sale going on my Teespring store. This is a Christmas sale, so if you guys have any last minute gifts that you need to make, pop down there, click on the link, and you can insert a promo code that will be in the description and in the comments as well. And when you put that in at checkout, you will get the 20% discount. Adding on to that, there is a brand new design in theme with this video. It is a London design, which I've never done before. All of my other designs are Italy themed, but I'm like, come on, we can't leave the UK out. So feel free to take your pick. I love this design, and I think you'll really like it as well. Anyway, jumping straight into the video, strange law number 1. Did you know that it is illegal to carry your shopping home in London? Okay, it's a bit more specific than that. You are not allowed to carry ladders or planks on the sidewalk in the city of London. And the city of London, I don't mean like the city, I mean like the area of all of London. That is an illegal thing to do. You can't do that. The only exception to this is if you're carrying it to the vehicle they're gonna load it onto. So sorry guys, if you're going to B&Q, you're gonna have to hire a car because you're not allowed to walk the plank home. The fine on this one is £500, which is pretty hefty for just literally walking down the street. Right, okay, now here's another really weird one. You could be fined a grand total of £200 as a cab driver, a London cab driver, if you are hailed down by someone while you are moving. Legally, as a cab driver, you're only allowed to take in a passenger if you're already stopped on the side of the road or in a designated stopping area, which makes sense, but like, nobody does that. Everybody just hails cabs down. Okay, nobody hails cabs down. This is like a thing that doesn't really happen. But people that do hail cabs down, which you do see, they hail them down off the street. And the Met Police can fine you up to £200 for stopping. Although the excuse supposedly that they have is that they weren't in the action of picking up the passenger until they were physically stopped, which you really can't argue against, I guess. So they found a way to talk themselves out of it. Nobody would actually fine a cab driver for doing that. I've never seen that not happen, if that makes sense. But there is a law in place for that, so the more you know. Right, this third one I feel is kind of obvious, but also not so much, because I don't know if any of you live in London. If you've been to Kentish Town, there's like a train area where the Thames link goes up, and as you're leaving Kentish Town going towards north, there's like goats. And Kentish Town is pretty central, and there's goats there. Like there are little hills that go where the train goes through, and there are literal goats and sheep that sit there, which I find very strange. Anyway, all of this to preemptively talk about the fact that it is illegal to keep pigs near the street. So if you have a pigsty, I think that's what they're called, you're not allowed to have them near the street unless there's adequate separation between passersby and the pigs. Which you'd think, okay, well, who would ever do that in London? But if there can be goats in Kentish Town, I assure you there can be pigs in London. The fine for that one is hefty. It's £1,000. So just keep your pigs in your backyard. Now here's one that's gonna piss you all off, because come to London, the first thing you're gonna do is get a drink in the pub, or 7. The point is, it is illegal to get drunk in a pub, which, what? Why? Who made this rule up? I don't know, but it is officially illegal to get drunk in pubs. And not just pubs, we're talking about any indoor or outdoor public space, which I can understand outdoor public spaces. This is a thing in the US as well, I think, where you're technically not allowed to drink or be drunk in a public space, and I think they actually enforce it there. In the UK, you see more people drunk on the streets than sober, especially at night. That's a lie, that's not true. But like, if that were enforced, a lot of people would be broke. Fine for that one is £200. So, not great. And I guess if the police needs to find an excuse to take you in or give you a fine, they could use this, and they're totally allowed to because it's still a law. What'll cost you more is playing Ding Dong Ditch. Do you guys remember this game? I don't know if anyone else in any other country plays this game. I think it has a different name here in the UK. The article that I got this from called it Knockdown Ginger, which makes no sense, and I had to Google that to understand what it was. But my understanding is that it's a variation or the same game as Ding Dong Ditch, which is where you literally, as a kid, go door to door, or your friend's house or whatever it may be, and you ring the doorbell and then ditch, you run away. Which for some reason was fun, don't ask me why. But yeah, illegal, don't do it, not allowed. Sorry, that clap would have been really loud, my mic is right here. But yeah, don't do that, illegal, £500 fine. Keep your kids away, because I think if they're under 18 and they're doing this, you're the one liable. It's like, seriously, do not do that. Do not let your kids play Ding Dong Ditch, because that could be a very expensive child. Sorry to like the 2 people I did this to when I was a kid. Apologies. Right, here we go. The next one, this one almost takes the cake for being the weirdest one. It's not, because there's a really weird one down here, but this one almost takes the cake. You're not allowed to beat your carpet on the street after 8 a.m. Okay, let's take this one apart. Beating your carpet. What does that mean? So you beat your carpet on the street, you can't do it. Only allowed before 8 a.m., which I find very strange. It's a loud thing to do. Like when you do that shit, when you have a big carpet and you're just whacking it, that echoes like across the building. So would it make more sense for it to be done after 8 a.m. or between 8 a.m. and like 8 p.m.? But no, only allowed before 8 a.m. Weird. If anyone knows the explanation for this one, I couldn't be asked to read it, but let me know why this is a thing. Like something must have happened at some point where this was becoming really annoying for people. I don't know. It's weird. And the fine is £500. Like it's not a joke. Right, last few here. This is one that I really don't understand. Just a boring one really. No flying kites in London. Why? I don't know. I mean, have you seen Mary Poppins? Weird, but you're not allowed to fly a kite in London. Maybe, oh my God. Maybe this rule was put in place after that movie came out. Because that movie came out like a while ago. I'm not going to try and guess a date, but it was 1960s. Let me look it up. Takes place in London. They all go fly kite at some point. 1964. Damn, I'm good. Okay, so maybe after that movie, all Londoners were like, that's a great idea. Let's all go fly kites. And that law came into place. Let me know when the date was for this, because if I guessed that this happened because of Mary Poppins, I highly doubt it, but awesome, cool. I guessed something. I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention the fine for the kite, did I? The fine for the kite is also £500. So again, an expensive child, if he's ding dong ditching and then flying kites, you're getting like £1,000 a week here. Like, keep these no wonder people here keep their childs on leashes sometimes. Have you ever seen that? That is a thing. And I have very strong feelings about that, but yeah, moving on from that. Halloween is also illegal, apparently. Okay, exaggerating, not really, but imitating people that are like soldiers in the army, seamen, is illegal. And that makes sense, but the amount of people that go as one of these for Halloween is like a lot. And this is the one that I was talking about, that the latest one was enforced in 2009. This fine is a 1-month prison sentence as well, which is legit. Like 1 month prison sentence is a long time to make the wrong costume choice on Halloween. So you actually might want to be informed about this one. This one's actually helpful, so you're welcome. Right, this next one seems pretty standard. The law is no begging. You can't beg for money, but what falls under this is asking for change for parking, or I did this. I broke this law not knowing. I was at a pump, a gas pump, and I wanted to do my tires as well. So there's like this machine where you have to put coins in, and then you get the air and you pump the air in the tires and you set the pressure and stuff. That was the scariest thing I'd ever done the first time I did it, by the way, just an FYI. It takes coins, and I literally don't carry coins. If I need to go buy a pack of gum, I will buy the pack of gum with card. So I was at this pump and I'm like, does anybody have any coins? I was that guy. I literally went up to people and was like, do you have like £1 that I can put into the thing? And obviously everyone said no, because I would not give £1 to a random, I don't know, maybe I'm an But yeah, no begging, and even asking for money to put air in your tires is technically an offense. So be careful, carry your cash wherever you go. I would just recommend putting some coins in your car. I feel like most people do that already, but they do come in handy every once in a while. So there you go. Another tip. This video is so informative, much more than I thought it was going to be. Fine for that one is a month in the House of Corrections. I don't know why that to me sounds like a mental institution. I'm gonna look that up as well. I should have done this before the video. House of Corrections, UK. So the House of Correction was a type of establishment built after the passing of the Elizabethan, poor law. Crazy. So basically, you went to work for the state, but unwillingly. So that was kind of like, it's community service. That sounds like community service. Makes sense. So, okay. Here's the last one. I don't even know if I have a comment for this. In London, you're not allowed to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. What? Can you imagine? Like, you're walking home. You've got your salmon steak, and you get stopped by the police. What do they even say to you? Like, what? You're being fined. It doesn't actually say what the fine is for this one. I couldn't find it, so I don't know if there's like a sentence. I doubt there's a prison sentence for handling salmon in suspicious circumstances. Why salmon? There are so many other types of foods that you could handle suspiciously. Like, can you? Probably. Like, yeah. You could stuff stuff with drugs, and fish is probably not the best. Actually, it maybe is the best idea, because fish has like a really strong scent, so maybe drug dogs don't think about or can't smell the drugs through the fish. Revelations. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, there you have it. So you don't handle salmon suspiciously, and it's up to you to interpret what that means, but for my safety, I will no longer be buying salmon in London. I hope you guys enjoyed those 10 weird, very weird laws. I would argue that some of them are much weirder than the ones that we have in Italy, but if you haven't checked those out, that's in a card up here. So definitely watch that video too. As I said, there is a sale going on my Teespring store, so go and buy something for Christmas if you've forgotten something. I think a hoodie I love hoodies. Like, I could never have enough hoodies, so check it out. If you enjoyed this video, guys, give it a like. Give me a comment down below. Let me know if you did know some of these, if you didn't know some of these, if you've broken some of these, because I apparently have a couple, actually. So sorry, come and get me. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content, and hit the notification bell icon if you want to be notified every single time that I post a video, and that is every Sunday of the week. Well, it's supposed to be. Recently, it's been every other Sunday, but that's just because Christmas break is coming up. We come out of lockdown, so I've been trying to enjoy life a little bit. I haven't gone out like all year, so yeah, I don't know. But most Sundays. Also, definitely follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, the lot. I post on those when I'm not posting on YouTube, so follow me and check me out on those as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is filcofilms, and I will catch you next week. Ciao!